So, you must have already been
Mr.
told.
Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
It's done. I mailed the signatures you asked me to mail.
The golden boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry.
He claps his hand.
Of course.
Oh,
I already knew this.
of course you did.
My friend, the mailman,
Yes.
confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a future and proven to be a true man of the left. I can finally trust you now. You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
Finally, some progress.
See, forging that signature really paid off.
It really did, yeah.
Well done, sire. By guile and deceit, you're in.
Did you order the hanged man killed?
I did not, Harry. Although I am very, very glad he's dead.
What do you gain from him being dead?
Why, a war, of course.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
Have you heard have you ever heard what two giant Ceres hornets can do to an entire colony of bees? They destroy it. They're trained military people. Aren't you afraid for your men?
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1. And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
How is this connected to the strike?
Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait, is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear often.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her asshole. She has no chance.
Why are you telling me your plans?
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. It's already happening.
How many of you guys are there in the Union?
2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
2,373 is a sizable contingent for a labor organization in Revachol.
How are you going to fund your new independent harbor?
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Clients would take a well-known multinational conglomerate over a local mobster any day.
Everything?
We've been running back channel negotiations with all the major clients. I think the company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
That's drugs.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Samarin Isola. You don't need to be colonialist about it. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities.
That's just the top of the iceberg, though, is it? God, that sounds shady. Digging it, Evrat. I have to say, I'm digging this part. That's just the top of the iceberg, though, isn't
The
it?
company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debarders Union, however, we're all about the large volume column.
In bulk shipping, large volume column is a major buyer, a shark.
Okay.
We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his Benefed, and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperidone.
Benefed is a children's cold medicine, usually apricot flavored, and risperidone is used to treat severe psychosis.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidone.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned.
He smiles, which of course makes it much more trustworthy, doesn't it?
But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
He's basically admitting to it.
Drugs are no good for me, I'll report it. I have to admit, that's a well put together plan and far removed from you. Interesting stuff, I just want to solve this murder, okay? Makes sense to regulate the drug trade like this, keeps it out of more dangerous hands. Sure.
Oh, Harry, you've misunderstood. I have no drugs in my hands. It's all far removed from me, like some half-remembered dream. Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbor's turnover, just like the harbor is, but a small part of Martinez.
It would still be illegal, so is there a trade or isn't there? Go on. Okay, let's say nothing for now.
Let's look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks and steel welders who want to weld steel. I'm gonna unite them all into one economic body. We're gonna incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's gonna be in on the wealth, and everyone's gonna pull their weight.
Well, I mean, if it has the word incorporate in it, then I like it. I'm a money guy. That's very ambitious. I love what you're doing for the working man. I'm not feeling a whole lot of Revachol here, not enough flags or kings. Honestly, it's not my place to judge or express an opinion. That's very ambitious, yeah.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you. You have no idea how much it means to me, because in many ways, you are that working man. You have already done so much work.
Can I ask you about specific union members?
We're way past specific union members now. This is the big time. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry. You can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth on such matters. But I'm in big-time mode, Harry.
There's something different about him now. He's more vibrant, more alive in his big-time mode.
Can I get my gun now?
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me. But it had to be done.
Fine. Where is it?
An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character. So watch out.
Oh boy.
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one he described as terrifying.
So the gun's still with the woman who bought it from Roy?
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway, the neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debarders Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
Okay. Was she waving it around at people?
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt.
That's good.
We might be looking at someone with a medical history here. Watch out.
Who is this old woman?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
Okay.
There it is again. The pigs. Like Roy said, not good at all.
And where do I find her?
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
A smile flickers in the corner of his mouth.
It actually sounds extremely bad, but let's not give him the satisfaction.
Can you set up a meeting?
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
Oh, now that's two things at 10 p.m. and they're far from each other, and one of them is certainly gonna take long and the other one has a significant travel time attached to it. I think we're gonna be at the boardwalk at 22 and then head back immediately to the Communist Book Club.
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
Okay.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
The signatures I got. I know you plan to force them out with the construction noise.
Harry, by now you should know I would never do anything tricky like that. However, if the construction noise and limited street access makes some people consider moving, well, let's just say there'll be freshly renovated buildings near the roundabout where those poor people can finally enjoy a significant uptick in quality of life. I'm talking real affordable workers' palaces.
He proudly spreads his hands to demonstrate the size of the palaces. They're very large.
So the village is doomed.
The lieutenant says grimly.
You were there, you saw the place, a wasteland, there's nothing left. But mark my words, officers, we are going to reset it. Reset! I have big plans for Martinez, and they do not include humans living in those pig sheds on the coast. That land will be used for municipal buildings and commerce.
What do you mean?
Harry, imagine a youth centre supermarket church complex, employing hundreds, no, thousands of people. The coast will be lit up with enterprise and life. All those ruins out there turned into low-income housing. Harry, enough is enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on.
A youth supermarket church complex? Do you really expect me to believe that? Low-income housing? If even part of that is true, then why not? And life? I knew you were a man of the people, Everard. Low-income housing, if even part of that is true, then why not?
I accept your salute, Harry. All of it is true. I've got the centre, I've got room for a retail complex, and in 4 years I'll get the church too. The wheels are turning, Harry. The wheels of progress. This post-war limbo, I won't stand for it. There are kids practically playing with their own feces out there. It cannot go on.
And then there will be a giant statue of him, towering above it all.
Wait, but will you erect a statue of yourself?
I'm not a symbolist, Harry. I'm a realist. My statue will be Martinez rebuilt. 5-story building complexes, kids off speed, and landowners in a zone hating me. That will be my statue. And yours. We're doing this together.
I knew you were up to something. Sounds like you've got this. You can rely on my vote. Sure, let's
Oh, I
do that.
do, Harry. I really do. I'm gonna make the working man richer than Joyce Messier with that vote of yours. That's my job. Just like yours is to keep the peace.
Okay, that's it for now.
Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debarders Union.
Suddenly there's a sadness in his tone.
This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open.
A few more questions about the harbor?
I'm always happy to educate and entertain you, my friend.
Okay, no.
So, very nice, Harry. Is there anything else?
I'm going to leave now, but we might talk again later. Alright, so that's... How much do we have exactly? Oh, we're about to have like 2 skill points. Okay, let's go to the wording in rags again. Talk to Titus. Maybe this conversation is gonna give us another point too, because you know his connections to Evrad. So I'm gonna wait with unequipping the Masovian stuff. But if we have to, I'm just gonna do it. Like, if it's gonna, you know, if it's gonna cost us some levels, some XP in the long run, that's fine. I just want, you know, things to move on. Like, we have to. We have to get this going. What was that? The dark liquid in the pot looks almost sentient. That definitely don't drink that then. Sentient coffee. No. Don't go up there again. Down there. There we go. No. Please don't turn around. Thank you. Now let's rush through and see what Titus has to say to us. There we go. And back inside. Titus.
It's you again. What is it?
Has that increased our authority? It has not. I'm just gonna quit the conversation just in case something bugs, you know? I don't want to accidentally ruin it forever or something. Okay, now. That is -1 authority. Forget about it. Yeah. That means we should now have 1 more authority. That should mean
It's you again.
we can
What is it?
try it again. Come on. Why? No, it... But our authority is increased. Oh, come on. So that didn't work? Okay. So... what can we even do now at this point? Like this thing didn't work. Right, we can't do anything here. What can we do even? Like, is there anything? Does any of this possibly give us authority? That's visual calculus, savoir-faire, physical instrument. Red checks fail. Cleaning out the rooms. Don't have anything of that. Man, I do not know. I do not know what else we can do. And that one, have we completely forgotten it now? Like, okay. So, confront the pigs. Okay, we have to do that at some point. We still don't have that. Who made the call? Don't know. Find a way into the secret passage. Return to the group for discussions. That's in the evening. Find smokes. Doesn't really matter all that much. But what do we do now? Like, can we just not do anything? Are we just kind of doomed to be stuck here forever? Because that would be a major bummer. Like, we're over 60 episodes in. I can't just restart.
You see a heavy... You immediately feel...
That's a real bummer. So we can't increase that any further. We cannot do anything like that. What do we even do now? You know, I'm stumped. I'm absolutely completely stumped now. Huh. It's absolutely nothing. And what do we do in the meantime? Like, we don't have anything we can do right now. We could wait for the evening, but in the end, like... until then, there isn't really anything, right? There isn't a lot left here, we just have to do that, but... You know, I'm afraid we... Have we just permanently locked ourselves out of that? Get help from the union boss of the company rep, tie them to other crimes. We can't... We probably can't get anything else. Honestly, I don't know what to do at this point. That's a bit annoying, not gonna lie. I mean, I love this game, but...
Whoa. What have we here?
A bridge?
A bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there ever was one.
Kim, it looks like we've got a construction code violation.
Sure. They never cleaned up the war damage. The rest of Revachol looks better, though.
But, Lieutenant, think about the splinters.
The bridge is fine enough. Locals use it all the time, after all. It's nothing to worry about. Shall we?
Yeah, sure. Huh. But, like, just increasing our authority here, that did nothing. Like, it was higher authority than it was before, but it didn't do anything. I guess
You're
simply...
back. Good. What can I help you with?
There's nothing here.
She's not even asking you anything. It's so easy to just say.
He asked me to deliver an envelope?
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-established dominance ritual. Where did he have you deliver it?
To a nameless settlement down the coast nearby.
Ah, yes. I've been meaning to go there.
She looks over the bay.
With longing. Clear and simple longing.
He wants to build a youth...
Strange. Why does she want to go there?
He wants to build a youth center here for the children of Martinez.
A youth center with Edgar Clare's statue on top of it.
Her eyes run across the water remorsefully.
Go ahead. Help him. Make it so. I have no power to stop him.
You're quite fond of this village, aren't you?
I should be. In my youth, I had a brief dalliance here in Martinez. He was an older man with impossibly broad shoulders. He's probably dead by now. Even his shack is long gone. Not that it matters. These buildings are all carbon copies of one another.
You've been to Martinez before?
Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. My paramour certainly did not.
Alright, sounds like you miss those times.
Not overly so. It's not like this was the only place we visited. Me and my girlfriends from Azon with our shiny boats, like reavers. We told ourselves we were the worst thing to happen to the coast since the Coalition landed in '08.
If you
Imagine
say...
I'm
Oh,
overradiated,
sorry.
Harry. I do silly things sometimes, out of pale-related illness. Like take this job. The moral of the story is...
So it was a factor in her coming to Martinez in the first place. Interesting.
Do not spend 22 days a year in Pale Transit. Don't waste your 20s slumming it with your stupid friends. And don't deliver Everard Clare's mail.
Her bony finger is pointed like an arrow at your chest.
Are you satisfied, Detective? What else can you tell me about your mail delivery quest for Everard? Do you think it will improve the place?
So you're sad you can't buy the place?
Yes. I'm sad I will never have the time, Detective. I've always wanted a dilapidating fishing village,
She is more defensive about it than usual.
full of ghosts and ancient memories. Has this errand yielded you any information?
He asked me to open the
A
door.
referral, you mean? I take it this was for someone in the RCM. Don't answer that.
No, I mean like a real door to someone's house.
Oh my. A real door.
The lieutenant does not say anything, but you hear the nylon of his jacket rustle as he looks at you.
It had to be done. I got information. It was useful to the case.
That's good to hear, Detective. Police work is rarely pretty, but it sounds like you did what you had to do.
Her bartering mind cannot fathom that you didn't ask anything in return.
Frankly, what was done was not pretty at all, but neither was it illegal, and it was not for nothing.
He turns to you.
This seems serious.
I advise you to be very selective with what information you choose to share. This may have consequences beyond our line of sight.
Okay. Evrard says the Wild Pines sent mercenaries after the Union and now one's dead.
Misinformation. This is all because we haven't shared information on the lynching yet. See? Already the adversary uses it to their advantage. Don't let him. Hurry up on that probe. The moment you tell me you're finished at the traffic jam, I will gladly tell you the company's side of the story.
Oh, so
She must really want
Yeah.
you to look into the drugs. Otherwise, she'd tell you.
Evrard asked the Union's military wing to fully cooperate with the
How
investigation.
benevolent. Hopefully they'll help you sort this whole business out, if they haven't already.
While we appreciate your assistance, ma'am, I'm afraid we can't discuss the specifics of an ongoing investigation with you.
That is only fair.
I've said all I can.
Well, I hope it yields something. Otherwise, you'll have opened that door for naught. Anything else?
That's all I've got. None of
Naturally,
that is
Detective.
gonna help me.
There are lighter topics to gossip about.
Mr. Evrard is helping me find my gun.
Oh. That's so helpful of him.
The lieutenant looks at you, and you can swear his jaw muscle is trembling. He's able to contain the anger and surprise.
Unconventional police officers sometimes lose their guns. They then go around and tell people about this, to gauge their reactions. It's all part of detecting.
Incredible. Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun?
Mr. Evrard says it's almost ready to be found soon.
Did he now? Well, then it should be any day now. Unless, of course, he's lying to you. Anyway, was there anything else you've heard?
Perhaps he is.
Of course,
Nothing
Detective.
like that.
You can always drop by later, should something come up. Now, what else can I do for you?
Thank you, that's all for now. Like, man, I just really need one more point in that. One more point. And we can't really, like, do anything more than that? Or was that a bug because I was still in the same room as him when that skill check showed up? But I don't think so. That usually isn't the case. Still, I'm just gonna double check just in case. Just to see if somehow I missed it. And if nothing works, then I think I'm gonna call it a day and I'm gonna try to find a spoiler-free way to help me out of this mess, if at all possible. And if not, then, well, we'll see, I guess.
It's you again.
Yes, it's me
What is
again.
it?
Yeah, it's locked. I don't know if there's anything else we can get here, right? We have confronted about drug trade. Evrard asked to cooperate. I want to talk about the hanging again.
Again. Just get the dead guy's autograph.
Yeah.
Good one, Titus.
About fucking time.
I don't know if there's anything. I'll try to look into it, but yeah, until then I think I'm just gonna call it a day. And hopefully, like, stream title absolutely misleading, because hey, maybe making some progress, yeah. Turns out not so much, but yeah, we'll see. I'll try to figure out a way out of this, and then we'll see what I can do. Yeah. Thank you for watching. See you then, and goodbye.